Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, we're going to be taking another look at that creepy little girl from my previous video. And this time, instead of hearing the story from Aneska's perspective, we're going to be hearing her mother's side of the story and what she has to say about this whole traumatic experience of her own daughter literally on the verge of possibly becoming a criminal. And I honestly believe that this is going to be crazy because we all know how mother and daughter relationships already are. And adding the fact that the daughter is pretty much a little psychopath herself, this is going to be interesting. But before we go any further into the video, I just want to say that today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp, in case you didn't know, is one of the best places online that you can go to if you're looking for a counselor or just someone to talk to. I know a lot of you guys out there, including myself, have struggled in the past in unfortunate situations, and a lot of us still struggle to deal with that stuff, and that's where BetterHelp can, well, help. BetterHelp offers affordable private online counseling. You can get access to licensed, trained, experienced, and accredited psychologists, marriage and family therapists, clinical social workers, and board licensed professional counselors. So there won't be any shortage of people who can help and just talk to you about anything you're struggling with. All you've got to do is go to BetterHelp by using the link in the description, fill out a list of questions, they match you with a counselor based on those questions, and then you're all set. Plus, if you end up being paired with a counselor that you don't like, you can always switch to another one that suits you best. So yeah, if you guys do decide to check out BetterHelp, make sure to use my link in the description or in the comment section down below, as it does support the channel. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video.
Our 12-year-old daughter, Aneska, looks very cute and innocent, but she holds our whole family in a constant state of crisis.
Well, excuse me. I wonder who the hell she's talking to like that. Like, holy crap, she must have balls of steel, because I wouldn't dare talk to my mom like that at that age. Like, imagine calling your own mom or dad a stupid effing idiot at the age of 12. Just be prepared for a slap to the face that will be heard all the way from China and could potentially throw the earth off balance.
Aneska is explosive, violent, aggressive. She lies, she steals, and she doesn't respect authority.
Knock it off. Wow.
Wow, this is insane. Aneska really doesn't have any respect towards her mom. Like, I'm willing to bet that she's one of those kids that would gladly slap the crap out of her mom just because she didn't pick up the right kind of cereal. And you already know that the most the mom has ever done was probably send her to her room and ground her for a day. As if that's gonna do anything.
Recently, she took matches, lit paper, and set a comforter on fire. We absolutely do not know what she's going to do next.
Like I told you guys in my previous video, she started a fire in her own garage, and now you're hearing it personally from her own mother. And if you're crazy enough to intentionally start a fire in your own house, even though it can be debated if your garage is a part of your house or not, I'm getting off topic. Okay. If you're crazy enough to do that, then I think you probably need to be sent to the loony bin, where you'll fit in with other people just like you who like to set things on fire and chase people around with knives and shit.
When Aneska was 6 years old, she killed our pet hamster with a metal flashlight.
It looked like a piece of carpet by the time she was done. She was absolutely nonchalant about it.
Look at that. This little demon decided to take her pet hamster named Jack, laid him out on the floor, and smashed him flat. Repeatedly, until he became flat like a pancake. I honestly do not know how a 6-year-old could even wake up one day and say, "Hey, today I think I'm gonna smash my hamster flat with a flashlight, just to see what would happen." That sounds like a very good idea.
When Aneska was 7, she went outside. She got into a bird's nest. She killed the baby birds.
Aneska took it upon herself to grab the baby birds, squeeze them till their eyeballs and popped out and their guts popped out. Aneska told me that the voices told her to do it.
Was it Mark, the soldier who died on the battlefield, that told Aneska to kill her hamster and grab a bunch of baby birds and squeeze them till their eyes popped out? I don't know. Like, I know Mark is supposed to be some evil ghost back from the dead to seek revenge, but somehow I think Aneska just decided to do all that stuff by herself. Like, I just don't think it would be fair to blame Mark without evidence. Like, that would just be a dick move. You know?
We have a knife block set that we've had to lock up because Aneska chased her 2 siblings around with a knife. One time when Aneska shared a room with her sister, we heard screams coming from the room. We went running in to find Aneska choking her. We were terrified. We didn't know what was going on and why she would be doing this to her younger sister.
Okay, first things first. What the hell is that face? Like she's over here looking like a 5-year-old who's been put on timeout for not sharing her cookies. And I know, you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but jeez. When you've got Inesca over here looking like she could be the main character in a horror movie where she's chasing people with chainsaws and gardening tools and all kinds of weird shit just to try to, well, you know. Alright, so I know what some of you may be thinking right now. Why didn't her parents take her to a doctor or put her in therapy or put her in a treatment center for people who have anger issues and are hyper-aggressive like Inesca? Well, here's the thing with that. They did. And in fact, she's been admitted into her local treatment center over 18 different times throughout the duration of her childhood. And apparently, it didn't help her at all. So her parents decided, after all that grief and all that trauma, as a final ultimatum, they decided to go seek help from the best bald-headed doctor in the West. And this is what happened.
Are you sorry that your brothers and sisters are afraid of you?
Yes.
Do you wish they were not afraid of you?
Yes.
But yet you attack them?
Yes.
Okay, this little girl has got to be trolling. She says that she's sorry that her brothers and siblings are afraid of her, and she wishes that they weren't afraid of her. But wait for it, inside her twisted little mind, she says to herself, I sure do love my siblings. I love them so much, and what better way to show my affection for them than to chase them around with a kitchen knife? Oh yeah, that'll really show them just how much I adore them. The logic.
Do you wish you could stop yourself from attacking them?
Yes. And why am I saying yes so much?
I don't know.
Do you want them dead?
No.
No, of course not. How could Dr. Phil ask such a senseless question? She only chases them around with knives as a sign of love. I mean, we all do have our own way of expressing our affection. Right, guys?
They're my siblings.
Can you live with them?
I can live with them, but only on one occasion. Can you try and keep them away from me? Because they're very, very annoying.
And that's what we have to do at home.
Yeah,
Do
right.
our best to separate.
That's not going to work.
God bless America.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Wow, the more I watch this, the more I think this whole entire thing is just one big joke. It's just this girl's lack of awareness and logic of what is actually happening is quite baffling. It's as if she can't process the fact that trying to hurt or harm your siblings by chasing them around like you're Michael Myers from the movie Halloween is not the way to go about expressing your frustration with them. Usually, siblings just prank each other and try to break each other's stuff and not chase each other around with knives. But I could be wrong. It is a new generation, after all.